everyone. I am Mayor Tara Vera with the great city of Red Deer. I'm proud to be able to honor and celebrate some of Red Deer's most dedicated, inspiring, and exceptional citizens with the annual Mayor's Recognition Awards. There are 41 recipients this year, both individuals and teams, who are being recognized for their incredible achievements and commitment to our community. We have all of our recipients listed at our website at reddeer.ca, along with a short biography and a summary of their contributions and the many reasons why they were selected for a Mayor's Recognition Award. I invite you to read through the list of recipients and become inspired as well. They are all outstanding examples of why our community is a great place to call home. The Mayor's Special Award is the city's highest honor. Recipients of this award are those who have demonstrated exceptional achievement and have significantly enhanced the image or quality of life in our Red Deer through their achievements. It is my honor to introduce this year's recipients of the Mayor's Special Award. There are two this year, and both are teams who have worked together to help build and transform our community. Our first recipient of the Mayor's Special Award will be of no surprise to Red Deerians. If you were in Red Deer in February and March of 2019, you know that it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for our community. The eyes of the nation were on Red Deer as we welcomed athletes, coaches, families, and media from across the country as the host city of the 2019 Canada Winter Games. You might also remember it was incredibly cold. But no amount of snow or cold weather could stop our amazing army of 5,000 volunteers from pulling off an overwhelmingly successful games. Early 2019 was our time to shine as we welcomed our country. But the planning and coordination to pull off such a massive undertaking began months and years beforehand. From submitting and winning the bid to establishing a board of governors, recruiting the many volunteers, to building new infrastructure, planning venues, to securing athlete accommodations, finding marketing partnerships and donors, and the list goes on. It was truly a team effort like no other. The call went out and our community stepped up, literally thousands of you. I am so proud to present this award to the 5,000 volunteers who made the 2019 Canada Winter Games the massive success that it was and continues to be. Our first Mayor's Special Award goes to the entire 2019 Canada Winter Games team. While we would love to present this to each and every one of the 5,000 Red Deerians and Central Albertans who gave their time to ensure the success of this event, we are honored to have with us, accepting on behalf of the more than 5,000 volunteers, Patricia Martins, as well as members of the Canada Winter Games team board. Patricia and her family volunteered throughout the games and have been chosen to receive this award on behalf of the 5,000 Canada Games volunteers because of their exemplary service to our community. Throughout the games, their family volunteered together and really were exemplary of who Red Deer is and who we are becoming. Patricia is here supported today by her husband Jack and her daughter Diana because it truly was a family effort. And like so many other families throughout the Canada Games, so many people volunteered and built family life, built community life, and our volunteers, we heard story after story of people who made new friends because of their volunteer efforts. And so today, we're proud to be able to call Patricia to the podium. And Patricia, if you could come forward. All right, Patricia, the Mayor's Special Award is the city's highest honor, and it is conferred upon people who have brought honor and recognition to the city of Red Deer. I want to thank you for standing here today as a symbol of the 5,000 volunteers who made the Canada Games what it was. But I would also like to personally thank you and your family and your many loved ones for who you are and all that you have done to build community life in Red Deer and to transform Red Deer. And we just want to thank you. We're so proud of you. We're thankful for you. And I want to confer this to you. Thank you. Thank you. I will now call Patricia to the podium to say a few words.
On behalf of the Canada Winter Games volunteers, thank you. This event was an amazing opportunity to show the rest of Canada our volunteers' spirit here in Red Deer. We had tremendous mentors in our community, Lynn and Hugh, who made this volunteering a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Congratulations, Patricia. We can't say enough about who you are and all you've accomplished. And again, we'd like to thank the 5,000 volunteers. It is now my honor to also welcome, on behalf of the Canada Winter Games Host Society, Lynn Radford, Community Board Chair, and Hugh McPherson, Community Board Vice Chair, as representatives of volunteer leadership. These two and the team that they led are absolute forces to be reckoned with, and our community owes them a debt of gratitude for all of their community building efforts. Their can-do attitude and ability to bring people together to transform our community is unprecedented, and we are incredibly privileged to call them Red Deerians and Central Albertans. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Hugh and Lynn.
Mayor Veer, City Council, and fellow Red Deerians. The 2019 Canada Winter Games has had one of the largest impacts on our great community's history. In reflection of the lives of Red Deerians for the past 18 months, we even more so realize how important it is to embrace opportunities when they present themselves. And that is what our city and the surrounding communities did in February of 2019. Legacies were born, friendships formed, and lasting memories that were made through that magical 15 days. As I circulate through the community, I am consistently stopped by volunteers, sponsors, partners, thanking me for bringing this event to the city. But I want everyone to remember, it is the contribution that you made that made this one of the greatest events ever. I would like to ask Hugh McPherson, my sidekick and vice chair of the board, to chime in here also.
Thank you, Lynn. Lynn is absolutely correct when she reflects on the wonderful legacies, the infrastructure, community, and financial legacies that have resulted from the hosting of the 2019 Canada Winter Games. But most importantly, the 2019 Games simply built on the volunteers and citizen engagement that is part of the very culture of our city and region. We have a long history of supporting multi-sport games, starting with the 1975 Alberta Summer Games, and it seems that whenever an event, sport or otherwise, is suggested that might impact our city, the people of Red Deer and our surrounding regions step up. The importance of this long-term volunteer commitment is that our community builds upon itself through this engagement, and our community leaders understand the importance of supporting grassroots commitment to our city. So thank you to the city for recognizing the value of events such as the 2019 Canada Winter Games, and for continuing to support initiatives that help to build community. We know that we are accepting this recognition on behalf of the whole Canada Winter Games team, the athletes, staff, sponsors, funding partners, and most importantly, the volunteers. It was the volunteers that were the real backbone to our success. Because of their key role in the Games, it is important that we recognize that the reason that Patricia was here with us today is to represent that this tribute is a reflection of the important role that all of us have played in helping to build our city. Thank you, Mayor Veer. Thank you, Council, and we look forward to the next great event.
Once again, congratulations to the 2019 Canada Winter Games team and every single volunteer in Red Deer and Central Alberta who donated their time and enthusiasm and helped pull off an exceptional once-in-a-lifetime event for our community. Our second Mayor's Special Award goes to a very dedicated group of people who provide a critical service to our newest and often most vulnerable neighbors. We can only imagine what it must be like to move to a new country, a new city, and try to establish a life for your family without being able to speak the language. This is the sobering reality thousands of new Canadians are faced with as they settle in our Red Deer and surrounding area. The Central Alberta Refugee Efforts Volunteer Translation and Interpretation Program thankfully provides this important service, free of charge to new Canadians who speak little to no English. In 2020 alone, volunteers spent over 2,000 hours translating and interpreting more than 1,400 documents for hundreds of clients. Translators help provide support with the things that many of us take for granted, like applying for a driver's license, filling out a medical form, or attending a parent-teacher interview. The Central Alberta Refugee Efforts Volunteer Translation and Interpretation Program also helps non-English speakers get their educational or professional certifications from their home country translated into English. The market cost for these services is often much more than most refugees and immigrant families can afford. This service is quite literally a lifeline for many families. The City of Red Deer received over a dozen letters from a variety of community groups and individuals offering their words of support. And I want to share something from a letter written by a young refugee who landed in central Alberta after fleeing Syria. She writes, "CARE was able to translate my documents so I can have a peaceful life here in Canada without oppression. He doesn't need to, but the coordinator still, once in a while, checks up on me and my family to ensure that we are okay and reminds us to keep reaching our goals to live peacefully." In 2020, the Translation and Interpretation Program celebrated its 40th anniversary in Red Deer. It is my sincere honor to now present the Mayor's Special Award to the Central Alberta Refugee Efforts Volunteer Translation and Interpretation Program. Accepting the Mayor's Special Award on behalf of this incredible translation and interpretation program is Juan Arias, who will be introduced at this moment by Frank Bauer, Executive Director of CARE.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor Veer, for this beautiful introduction. And as the Executive Director of CARE, I'm so excited and so thankful for this recognition of our volunteers. And as we all know, many organizations, nonprofit organizations in our community heavily rely on volunteers to get all the things done for which they stand. And especially, I would say, for our translation and interpretation program, we solely rely on volunteers to help all those newcomers to get documents translated, get parents supported when they have the interviews with teachers, and many more activities. Interesting on those for those volunteers is that the majority are immigrants themselves and have been helped in the same program, and after that are really excited and thankful to be able to give back to the organization and give back and support newcomers to our society. One interesting statistic I'd like to share is that in total we do translations and interpretations for over 70 different languages, which is a unique number, I would say, for Red Deer. So the specific volunteers that I would like to mention in this nomination are Ethel Suarez, Joyce Wang, Victoria Morris, Adele Akaibi, Salah Maloui, Ina Kulikov, Marva Alvaca, Daila Amraidan, Eunice Salazar, and Ola Zain Alabdin. And with that, I want to introduce Juan Arias, who is our coordinator for the Translation and Interpretation Program. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Such an honor to be here in front of everybody. Thank you, Mayor Teravier. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you for recognizing the Translation Interpretation Department. We rely a lot on volunteers, and it's such an honor for all of us to be recognized. I was once a volunteer as well, and I got an opportunity to work with CARE, and it's such an honor to help families get their driver's license, pursue school, and pursue work as well here in Red Deer and in Central Alberta. Such an honor, and thank you very much. And also want to thank Warren Sinclair. They do a lot of notary and commissioning for free for our clients, and it's such an honor for them to help us as well, to help all refugees and permanent residents achieve their goal. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Mayor's Special Award is the city's highest honor And on behalf of our council and community, I want to thank you for your efforts to build a welcoming life for immigrant and refugee families in our community. My fellow Red Deerians and community friends, we want to close by again saying thank you. Thank you for taking the time to log on to our website to learn about, recognize, and help us celebrate the community building effort of the people and teams we are proud to call recipients of this year's Mayor's Recognition Awards. I invite you to take some time to read about all of our recipients. They are inspiring, they are role models, and they are the fabric of our community. Our greatest resource is our people, the residents of Red Deer and Central Alberta. You are what make our city and our home the incredible place that it is. To all of our distinguished award recipients, congratulations and thank you. We are so proud of you and the lasting impact that you've made and continue to make for the people of our community. We hope to be able to shake your hand and congratulate you in person very soon. We also look forward to next year when we are all able to gather together for the Mayor's Recognition Awards and celebrate community life once again. Stay well and stay safe, Red Deer, and I hope to see you all very soon.